Hey, and welcome to another episode of the Elevated Beauty Podcast. I'm your host, Emily Fouts, and it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I have really been on here consistently. I missed last Monday, but I think I uploaded the past 3 weekends. Now I'm going to be able to continue weekly episodes, cross my fingers, but my last episode was recent favorites, so I wanted to follow up with the recent favorites part 2, so that's going to be what we're getting into today. Some skincare, some just personal favorites. So if you're interested, as always, just keep on listening. Okay, so last week, we're going to touch base real quick. I don't even remember. I know I mentioned my shirts. I just launched some tees with my very own design that I had a graphic designer draw up. It's a little angel holding the little wax stick with a sash that's going across its butt that says self-care baby. And I'm absolutely in love with it. So that was one of my recent favorites. The Loco coffee. It's canned coffee. That is something that I really have been loving. My body oils that I brought on is from a brand that I have never heard of until I started researching. It's from a brand called Pure Soma. It's a small business where they hand pour all their oils and they harvest ethically and sustainably, and I really love it. So that body oil, my shirts, a couple other things, but today I have some new favorites, and let's just get into those real quick. So skincare wise, I've really been liking the Ingrown Hair Roll-On Serum by Relax and Wax. I've not been a good esthetician lately, and so I don't normally get ingrown hairs too bad because I'm pretty good about exfoliating. I exfoliate in that area every time I take a shower, and then I moisturize as well. But I guess I kind of slacked on it a bit, and not only that, but I was a big dummy, and when I was at home, I felt impulsive, and I got some tweezers that weren't sanitized and started trying to get my ingrown hair out, which is a big no-no. You let the ingredients do the work. And my tweezers weren't sanitized, so what was I thinking? So anyways, I have a little, nothing major, but a little bump there, which could have been totally avoidable if I would have just used the roll-on serum instead. So I started using the Ingrown Hair Roll-On Serum, and super easy, super effective. You can use it anywhere. You can use it on your underarms. You can use it on your beard area, on your thighs even, if you get keratosis pilaris. So that has been a favorite. It kind of keeps me from being impulsive with my tweezers, for sure. And then the Atraxi Peptide Serum from Glymed Plus. If you haven't seen me talk about it, this is like my favorite moisturizer right now. The Atraxi Peptide Serum is the queen of all anti-aging moisturizers. It has like 10 different peptides in there. If you don't know about peptides, they are they are amino acid chains, and they are cell communicators. So there's different kind of peptides. There are neuropeptides, which kind of like relax the muscles, kind of give like a similar Botox effect. There are, I can't even think of all the different names of them, but there are peptides that signal other cell functions to work and heal. So I love the fact that they have many different kinds in there, and it is super nourishing and hydrating, and it's all you could really ask for in an anti-aging moisturizer. So I've really been loving that. Anti-aging is something that I'm really focusing on a lot right now because I have managed my acne. And once you do manage your acne and you get it to a level where you're happy with, that doesn't mean you stop. So I still have my acne management products that are in my routine, but I can also kind of trickle in some more specific anti-aging skincare since I know my triggers and have that controlled. So anti-aging is something that I'm really focusing on right now. I did one CIT, collagen induction therapy treatment on myself, And I am going to do chemical peels in between. So I'm going to do, I personally find that that's how you get really great results, is you do CIT and then you do a chemical peel, then you do CIT. You can kind of switch them out that way. And then, what else? Skincare. This isn't really skincare, it's makeup. I don't know if you guys have heard. So I'm not a big makeup person anymore, to be honest. I'm more of a clean girl aesthetic now. I like no foundation. I definitely like to do eyeliner, mascara, and cream blush. And then I do a little bit of lip liner and some lip gloss. Sometimes I'll put a little brow pencil in. That's it. I don't really even wear eyeshadow hardly. But I've really been liking, I got a couple things from them. I got their cream blush stick, and then I got their shadow stick. And I have never seen in any other makeup brand, I'm sure they exist, but I have never seen a matte shadow stick. All the ones that I've seen have been like shimmery or pearlescent or, different things like that. But they have just like a brown, flat, matte, brown shadow. I already said brown. I said brown twice. So they have matte colors, and I really like that because it looks just like a normal shadow. It doesn't crease. It's not greasy or anything. So I really like that, and I like their ingredients. They use really clean, I hate the word clean, like clean ingredients, clean beauty, all that. But there's no ingredients that stand out to me that I'm like, I would rather not have that in there. So I really like their ingredients list. And the fact that they're vegan and all that other stuff. Cruelty-free, of course. A lot of big brands like Estee Lauder. And I'm trying to think of what other like big name brands there are. Estee Lauder really owns a lot. But some big brands like that have baby brands underneath them are not cruelty-free. So anyways, they are. So I've really been liking that. I'm actually going to go to Ulta today because you guys know I'm a cream blush lover, serum blush lover. And how can you be that and not try Rare Beauty? So I've seen Rare Beauty everywhere for a while, and I know how pigmented it is and how long it lasts. So I want to try it for myself. So I think I'm going to go to Ulta today, and I'm going to get a Rare Beauty blush. And I have an orange one, like a warm coral, and then I have like a mauve pink. So I want like a more of a cool toned pink. So I'm going to try Rare Beauty out, and I'll do a review on that and let you guys know how I like it. And maybe if I see a different one, I'll get that one instead. But yeah, I need to do a whole like episode, or I need to do a review of some sort of like cream blushes because of how in love I am with them. And I don't hear other people talking about them a lot, but I'm sure like other people have to love it too, especially with now the clean beauty trend. It's kind of a trend now where people are letting their skin kind of shine through and just let their makeup work with their skin instead of foundation, which no shade to you, and if you do wear foundation, that's not a bad thing. Some people prefer the look, but it is kind of a trend now to just have your skin show. Oh, and if you've been paying attention to my social media, my Instagram and my Facebook stories, you know that I'm in love with this protocol that I created. I never really follow, the only protocols I follow with any skincare brands that I carry are chemical peel process, but all of my facial protocols are created by myself. So I created a protocol with Glymed Plus products called the Oxygen Revision Therapy. And so I am freaking in love with it. I'm going to do one on myself today, actually. And I did one last week on this really kind woman. She already had beautiful skin, but she had some concerns, and we made her skin look even more perfect after. But what I use, if you are familiar with Glymed Plus, I'll go ahead and tell you my protocol, because I'm not, I don't keep secrets. It is what it is. I'm not trying to gatekeep, but I use the Mega Purifying Cleanser as my first cleanse. And for the second cleanse, I use the Oxygen Deep Pore Cleanser. with steam, and I let that sit for a second, and then we remove it with my BT Micro. And then we move on to the Oxygen Skin Regenerative Peel with a dash of the Oxygen Power Boost and the Intense Antioxidant Peel. So after that sits for a sec, I do some minimal extractions, and then we remove that and do the LED light with clean skin, clean dry skin. That's the best way to do LED. And then we follow up with a peptide serum, the Eye Calm, and the Oxygen Treatment Cream. So, of course, like during, the LED, I do like my own little special touches, like a scalp massage and a warm towel compress on the feet. But that is my protocol for the oxygen revision therapy, and I'm really excited to do that on myself today. I will share with you guys a before and after picture on my main page on Instagram. It also uploads most of the stuff on my stories to Facebook as well, but I'll share with you guys a before and after picture. My skin's in really good condition, but I do have a little bit of congestion going on my nose and stuff like that, so it's really going to liven my skin up and really give me a deep clean. So that is another recent favorite of mine. So I think that's all the skincare stuff that I have. Just going to mention some other random stuff that I've really been liking. The Morbid podcast. I've been listening to that almost every day. I love it. I think their names are Ash and, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I can't think of the other girl's name, but I think they're sisters. But anyways, I'm not always been a fan of true crime. Like even when I was a kid, I first got introduced to it by Unsolved Mysteries. I would watch Unsolved Mysteries all the time. And then, of course, Law and Order isn't true crime, but I would watch Law and Order with my parents. And then Criminal Minds as well. But as an adult, I kind of got it more into true crime because that is like a little more gruesome. A lot more gruesome, actually. And some people might think it's weird and it is morbid, but like, I like true crime because I guess it is kind of stimulating to the brain, but like there are some things that I don't do, like gruesome stuff. I don't like to hear about people that are like getting harmed and stuff, but the reason that I like to listen to true crime is because I'm really interested in how the justice system works. And unfortunately, a lot of the times it hasn't worked well for the victims and the victims' families. And I don't know, I just find it interesting. So that's kind of the reason why I like true crime. So if you are a true crime fan, Morbid podcast is really great. Not only do they do true crime stories, but they do a little mix of different things like haunted hotels and, there's just been a sprinkle of different episodes in there that I've noticed. So, let's see, vitamins. I noticed that I have been low on energy, so I went to Walmart and I was like, hopefully, surely they have to have some type of vitamin here that will be good for me, nutritious for me. I don't eat a lot of vegetables, so I was like, I need to take a vitamin, and I'm feeling low energy. There has to be a reason behind that. I did not want a vitamin that had biotin in it, particularly because biotin can potentially be an acne trigger, and the reason is, so B vitamins are essential. We need them, but biotin in particular, when you have an overabundance of it, it can block other B vitamins from being absorbed in your body, and other B vitamins do have properties in them that prevent inflammation and acne. So a lot of women look for biotin because it makes claims of like hair growth and stuff like that. And I was someone that actually took biotin specifically when I was a teenager, and that's when I was struggling with acne, like at my worst. And yeah, my hair was long, but it wasn't worth it to me for the off chance that it could trigger acne. So I searched and searched for a vitamin that didn't have advertised in it that it had biotin. So the vitamin that I chose is from a brand called Ollie, and it is the Daily Energy. So it has B12. It does have B12 vitamin in it, but it also has other things. I'm going to go grab it so I can actually tell you the ingredients of it. And I have noticed that my energy has been so much better. Even after just like taking it the day after, I noticed my energy was different. And they're gummies, so who doesn't love a gummy vitamin? Another great thing about them is they're caffeine free. A lot of supplements and different things that promote energy as a benefit have caffeine in them. And if you don't know, caffeine is also an acne trigger. So it has CoQ10, which is an enzyme that is naturally occurring in the body, and it has goji berry. So more about CoQ10. It's a key component that helps support our mitochondria, the energy-producing structures that keep our cells powered up. So CoQ10 is something that we need for energy. And then B12, of course, is the active vitamin that's essential for the production of cellular energy, the fuel that your body needs to burn without burnout. And then goji berry, of course, it is a superfood, antioxidant. It's been used for centuries to help maintain a steady flow of energy. So those are the 3 ingredients that they really highly promote. But it also does have beet sugar in it, water, gelatin. It is a gummy vitamin, so it also has orange juice concentrate, lactic acid, citric acid, natural flavor, pectin, vegetable oil, coconut canola, carnauba wax to prevent sticking, and then coloring from carrot and blueberry juices. So those are just some other ingredients that, they need for the formulation, which some people... I've seen a lot of estheticians that are focused on acne. They're like, oh, don't use any different oils. It does have vegetable oil in it. I think that vegetable oil is good for you. I mean, it's not like it's an overabundance of it. I don't know. I guess if you're eating food all day long that had it all had canola oil, but this is coconut canola. Yeah. But anyways, that's what it has in it, and I've really been liking it. So if you need a vitamin that is going to offer you energy, then I would recommend that because I've had a good experience with it. And I think this might be the last thing. This is another recent favorite of mine, and I was watching it a while back, and then I stopped because I think they stopped production, and then they just started pushing out new episodes. But it is Seeking Sister. It is on TLC. I have Discovery Plus, so that's how I watch it. I have been really intrigued and interested by polygamy for a long time, ever since the Warren Jeff scandal was, publicized to the whole nation. I feel like a lot of people, especially people that weren't in that area of the country and weren't aware that polygamy was a thing. So when that came out, polygamy was kind of mass, I guess, advertised, or not advertised, but it was shown to a lot of people that weren't aware of it, and I was one of those people. Of course, I was a kid when that happened, but when I found out, whoa, there's these people that have multiple wives, and they have 30 kids, so it's crazy, and I've really been interested in it for a long time. Now, Seeking Sister is a little different because they are polygamists that don't practice FLDS. They are just people that believe in a polygamous lifestyle. So it's really interesting to see the different dynamics of these different people. And there is a couple people on there that I don't like. What is his name? The dude, if you watch Seeking Sister, the freaking dude that is married to the woman, they live in Colorado, and they have this wife that is Brazilian, and they're trying to get her to the States. I can't freaking stand him because he has such manipulative behavior, and I'm not, speaking down to other people's lifestyles, but I feel like if you are, majority of polygamous men probably do have narcissistic behavior or manipulative behavior, but I just can't stand him because he is so invalidating to his wife's feelings, and he's just so, I just don't like the dude at all, and I feel like he treats the two women differently. And then there's another, I think it's Oh, the Davis family, I'm pretty sure. That's the one I was just talking about. And then there's the Epps family. So that is a man, and then he has 2 wives. Well, one of them is his fiance, and the other one is his wife. So the way that he went about the polygamous lifestyle was not because he believed in the fundamental, beliefs that you typically find in people that choose that lifestyle. Is because they prioritize family, and they just want that community, and they want their children to always have a parent figure, and just all these different benefits that, kind of circle around family. He did it because he wanted to sleep with different women. And it's so clear. And they actually said that. That's why his wife left him in the first place. And then he went and found his fiance, and then his wife decided to come back. She left him because he was going out with different women in their marriage. And I don't like him either. So, yeah, just the 2 men that I really like to hate on that show. But it's really fascinating just to see different people's lifestyles. But yeah, that's been another recent favorite. I normally will stop watching shows for a little while, and then they'll, have like 4 episodes on there, and I go back and I binge watch it. So that's what I recently did. And another TLC show is Plathville. If you haven't heard of that, it is about this family again that is kind of a little bit different in their values and how they raise their children. They raise all of their children. They had like 8 kids or something like that. And they raised them all on a farm, and they homeschooled them, and they didn't let them freaking drink Coke, and they didn't know like simple stuff that you should know. And so now that they're older, they have this show, and the older kids that are grown, they kind of went out on their own, and you're seeing them. It's almost like Amish, like how Amish people might decide when they're 18 or whatever to go live out in the world, and they're discovering all these new things. And it's interesting because it's like, oh my gosh, they seriously did not know that. They've never seen that. They don't know what this word is. It's crazy. It's hard to comprehend. So that's kind of what it is. And seeing them kind of take their own independence and see that their family structure is changing and why they chose to live the way that they did. And so that's another recent favorite of mine. As always, thank you guys so much for listening to my recent favorites part 2. Maybe you'll try out some of the things, maybe not. Maybe you'll watch Seeking Sister. Yeah. So I will see you guys next Monday, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for another episode.